I'd like to welcome here at the Embedded World in Nuremberg, Philip O'Hara. He is the Regional Vice President EMEA at Brockwave Software. Welcome.
Hello, thank you. Hi.
Today we will talk about software and the embedded market. What are you presenting at the show?
Well, hi, we're presenting a range of tools for the needs of embedded software developers, and they help those guys reduce their cycle times and improve their time to market, but at the same time increasing the security and the quality of their software, and also simplifying some of the really complex development issues that they face on a day-to-day basis.
And what are the main features of your solution?
Right, so we have three tools we're really showing here today. One of them is Clockwork, which is a source code analysis tool. So it kind of bakes in security as developers actually write in their code and gives them live feedback on the issues that they are introducing, so they can ensure they check in clean, secure, high quality code. We have another tool called OpenLogic, which is an open source scanning tool. So this will scan your code base and identify any open source components you're using, tell you about the licensing or potential licensing issues you may face, and also any known security vulnerabilities in those open source packages. And then finally, we have a product called TotalView, which is a visual debugger, which helps, if you've got a piece of software that is crashing, it helps you identify why it's crashing and where it's doing it.
Okay. Which markets are you targeting with this solution? Right,
so that's really interesting because we're targeting obviously a lot of the embedded marketplace, but in particular we're seeing real growth in the automotive marketplace. Today's cars have more and more software in them. They're semi-autonomous, they're connected, and that presents both quality and security issues. So you must ensure that your autonomous self-driving car actually works and the software doesn't crash, but equally it has been demonstrated that these things can be hacked into, and we're here to ensure that when you create your software, you're making it as secure as possible, as high quality as possible, so that actually no one can hack into your software and take control of your vehicle, which is actually pretty frightening.
Security is a big topic all over.
It is.
And how is Brockwave Software doing in this area?
So what we're doing, we're building on our experience a lot in the telecoms industry, where telecoms have had connected devices for many years. We've helped secure those components for years and years, and we've found that other areas such as aerospace and medical devices, and now as we talked about the automotive world, they're all becoming connected, and it's with the whole Internet of Things. So even simple things like your mobile phone can set the temperature in your house. You really don't want anybody hacking into that because they could actually drop the temperature. So that's a kind of a pretty basic example, but it goes right the way through to someone taking over control of your car. They could just set the GPS to a separate destination and you can drive off somewhere, or they can take control of the brakes and the accelerator, and we're trying to stop things like that.
What do you think, what is the major benefit of this technology for customers?
Well, the major benefit is that they actually reduce the amount of testing they have to do by building in right from the start increased quality, increased security, and it also helps educate their developers about what they're doing. And again, avoids a lot of legal issues if they're scanning their open source, what open source they're using, so they're not any they're not leaving themselves open for any potential litigation issues, but also there's a lot of open source stuff out there that has potential known security vulnerabilities, and you don't want to be building those in from the get-go, right? You want to avoid using those. So we can help customers put in place a governance system so that they only use certain known open source components to ensure that when they build their software, it's as good as it possibly can be.
And what do you think, which are the challenges in the embedded market today?
Well, the challenges is that there's more and more software. It's just getting bigger, more complex. Developers trying hard to understand what they're doing, and there's also time pressure in terms of market. It's the first one on the market with a self-driving car will be the leader in the marketplace. And so people are trying to do this as fast as they can, and yet they're increasingly facing technology problems, quality problems, as we've talked about, and it's a real dilemma for companies how to do this as quickly as possible. So we're just trying to help those developers, simplify the development process, understand the software they have, increase the quality, increase the security, yet also reduce that time to market.
Okay, thank you, Philip, for this interview and for the insights into your company.
Thank you.